nuts.
What is up, guys? Welcome to today's video. Yes, it is true. Yes, it is right. We finally have merch to buy. It is on the website right now for you to pre-order. We're only doing limited quantity and limited numbers of each thing, so make sure you jump on there now before they're gone. The pre-orders are only going to be open for 7 days, so Friday. So next Friday it'll be taken down then. So if you want it, make sure you jump on there ASAP and get yours now. I'm wearing mine right now. I would show you the back, but like you can't see it. But yeah, straight away, let's just get smashing into today's video. As you can see by the thumbnail, we have finally come up with a name for the new wagon. And I think all of you can agree it is quite fitting with not only the channel, but the build. The car will officially be named Clickbait. Is that, can you read that? Is that back to front in the, I don't know if that's back to front in the camera or not, but yeah, that says Clickbait the right way around. So I think we should share this moment with each other and we will inaugurally put the plate on the car to once and for all name it. Before I get too carried away as well, look, we have more of a car together. I could go get the bonnet and stick it on the top, but I really just don't feel like it right now. But we have pretty much a full car that's like, almost there. And then as well, I ripped out all of this carpet, which is all the old mildewy carpet that was in there. All in here, it's really dark, you can't see anything. We have a great base to start from. So I am super excited to start on that. Next week, we're gonna start with deadening and doing everything to the floor in there, so it's gonna be awesome. Alrighty, so let's name this bitch. Is that gonna stick? Yes, it is. The wagon is officially named Clickbait, and I think it is so suiting for this. God, look at that monster truck, but those wheels look so good. Oh, it is awesome to have a name on this thing now. I almost think that plate's a little bit too big. I kind of had to wing it. I made that plate by myself. Maybe I'll actually make just the writing a little bit smaller or something, but how cool is it to finally have a name on the wagon? Oh, so cool. We can finally call it something. We don't have to differentiate between if we're calling it a VF or a VE or whatever we're doing. We can just call it Clickbait. So all these titles are now going to have Clickbait written in them, and it's going to have meaning to it. Going back on a topic with the merch, we do have these hoodies. We do have them in quite a few sizes. We do also have shirts in the same similar thing, because especially coming around to August, September kind of thing, like before you know it, it's probably not going to be as cold anymore and it'll be time to wear shirts. So we decided to do shirts and hoodies too. If you're wondering what that sound is, it is an absolutely miserable day today here in Canberra, and it looks like it's going to be raining non-stop for the next couple of days, which is great. But yeah, so alongside with all the wearables, we'll also have a sticker that looks like this, that the boys over at Vinyl Wraps and Graphics really hooked us up with and did an amazing job with. These stickers look nuts. So if you want any stickers, any vinyl wrapping, any sign writing, anything, they are the best in the business. Make sure you hit them up. I'll put the link for them in the description. But as well, there is another thing that I would love to share with you guys, but I'm gonna hold off on it because we just want to make sure that it's completely nailed down before I announce it, because in terms of a lot of ways, once you go too far, there is no going back. So we really have to make sure it's confirmed before I let you guys know, but it's going to be awesome. And if it does go ahead, it's going to make this wagon 100 times cooler than it already was going to be, which is going to be mind-blowing. And it's like a small, like a big another milestone and another like dream come true type deal. So I really hope I can share that with you guys ASAP, because it's got to be freaking, it's gonna be so cool. Now we'll talk about the VF front end that we got here. We actually got hooked up with this VF front end from one of you guys. It was one of you guys as a subscriber. I don't know if I'll name drop or anything, because I don't know if they want to be mentioned on camera, but we drove up to Newcastle and picked up this freaking awesome thing. We kind of got a little bit of a scuff from the trailer in the way back, but it survived nonetheless. And it is in awesome condition. Now, I don't know if we'll keep this HDT grille. It is like scuffed through just here, but that's just like literally the paint. If you paint it over, it'll be fine. They do look tough. I don't know if that's the look that I want to go for. Now, off the old wagon, that actually did survive, I think. So we're going to see if we can salvage that and use it, because that would be awesome if we had a little like piece of the old wagon on the front. But yeah, other than that, the thing that blows me away too is like, you'll remember that I did like the huge VF front end conversion videos where I changed the entire front radiator support. Now, interestingly enough, this is a VE rad support. That lines up, that lines up, that lines up. Like the headlights bolt straight in. The bumper matches right up. Like the guards are all just sitting here right now, but like it's pretty solid nonetheless, because like it clips in there. Like, and it is just sitting there. No bolts are holding it in other than the headlights so it doesn't like fall out, or this so it doesn't just slide off the front. But it is amazing to see that you don't actually need to change the rad support. Now, I know that with the VFs, they actually made these extremely similar to the VEs, and they superseded the VE rad support, so they didn't have to make two of them. So they both work interchangeable nonetheless, but I'm pretty sure the only difference is the hood latch. Now, I'm pretty sure we can save that from the other car, but we're probably not going to use it anyways, because we're probably going to use hood pins. But we'll dress them up, make them look as nice as possible so it's not ugly. So pretty much what we're going to start doing soon is ripping everything out. We want to clear this engine bay completely out. We'll start doing the internals, get the other doors, and then time for color, and then suspension. Then we wait for the engine to come back. Then we get the trans. Before you know it, we're going to have a whole freaking car, and it's insane how quick it's happening. But one last thing that I would really like to touch on today is I already know that I'm going to get like a million questions over the time of owning the car. I know that like not everyone's going to see this, but just mention like pretty much what I'm doing with the wheels. Not what I'm doing with the wheels, but like the specs of the wheels. Because I remember with like every build that I've done, every phase of the wagon, the most asked question I get is, what are those wheels? What are the specs? Yada, yada, yada. I don't care about like hiding them or being safe or anything like that, or trying to be the only person doing one thing. I mean, I do, but I don't. So I'm happy to share with you guys what I mean, but like, yeah, anyways. So these wheels are 3-piece work wheels. The reason you probably haven't seen them before is because they are brand new to Works 2020 line. They are called the Grand Seeker DMXs. I know for a fact I'm the only person in the country to own these right now, and I've only seen them on 2 other cars in the world, and I'm assuming they're both from Japan. So not only were the first Kombi to have these, first Holden to have these, first car in Australia to have these, first car in probably most of the world to have these, they're going on a 6 skid car. Mad Kombi, bro. Now, the thing that I love most about these wheels is they're not only just dish, but they're concave too. So I love a bit of concave, I love a bit of dish, and this kind of mixes in perfectly. Now, obviously, it's not 10 inches of dish like a tubbed car. It may get there one day, but we don't know. Beauty of 3-piece wheels, we can just rebuild them. But yeah, the way that I get most of my setups is myself and Scott Durnell from Talk Media, who's also got Mr. Wagon. We have pretty much nailed what you can push in the limits of fitment on a VE chassis, I guess you'd say. Now, these wheels are 20 by 10.5 all round, plus 19. Now, that is extremely aggressive. Don't just think you can run down to Bob Jane, pick up some mad buds or something like that and slap them on there and they're gonna fit. This requires a lot of stuff that some people don't enjoy. Now, with the stock adjustments on a VE, I max out the camber adjustments, which is only like 0.5 degree at the front and I think 1.5 degrees at the back. I think that's what it was. And then also I stretch a 245 35/20 tire over it. And that gets perfect fitment, and it's tried and true. I've done it plenty of times before, but you really need to have rolled and pump guards. You need to put some time in to make them fit. They will fit, you just need to put some time in. But it is worth it because you get incredible fitment. And I can't wait to slam this down so we can see what that fitment is like, but that's probably gonna take a while. So instead of just continuously talking about them, I may as well show you. Now, they've already got their first bit of water on it because of the door, because it's raining. But you can see, I actually really like the stretch look. Like, you can see how big and wide the tires are and everything. Like, sure, I don't have to run that wide. I could just do a crazier offset, but I like it this way. So technically we would have about that much dish, but because of the spoke style, we've got about this much dish. The step lip does make it look like there's less, but I've always wanted to try a step lip instead of just a straight flat lip. Now, this is the first wheel that I've ever gone, especially on this car, or the last car, that isn't bronze or gold. And it took everything I have in me to not get them that color. But if we ever want to change them, it is not the end of the world. You can literally unbolt it. These are not a sandwich design. So if you undo all the hardware, the face will literally, figuratively fall out. So if we ever want to paint them or do anything like that or powder coat them, we definitely can. But I'm really loving this design, and what you've seen in pretty much all the renders and in the merch, I actually dig it contrasting on the red. And then on the back too, as I said, it's the exact same fitment. Now you can see just there, you've got quite a bit of room to go. But with IRS suspension, which is independent rear suspension, so it isn't a solid axle across the back or anything, when a car goes higher, it gets positive camber. So like the wheels will tilt out at the top. In reverse, when you lower the car, it will get negative camber. So along with maxing the adjustments at the same time, It is like a perfect happy medium. Like when you're going over bumps, when you go up, the wheels like camber out. When you come down, they camber in. It just kind of works, and I really enjoy it. Some people hate that about IRS, but I love that about IRS. And that's kind of how we make all this crazy concoction of like big boy wheels, big Johnnies. That's how we get them to fit, kind of thing. Now for 3-piece wheels, these were the cheapest I have ever found. If you're a real OG on the channel, you would remember the old Heritage Hokkaido wheels that I had. Again, only person to have those ever in Australia or anything like that. That was still a relatively new company at the time. I had like a partial sponsorship where I paid $5,000 Australian to get them into the country. Now, they recommended retail price in Australian was literally $8,000 on the dot. And I kind of like had to pull the trigger on those wheels. I wanted them for an event. I wanted them for World Time Attack. And I pulled the trigger way quicker than I should have. And I really wasn't happy with those wheels. You can see on the channel, I have the unboxing. Like I have the unboxing video of those wheels, and like you can actually see on my and Vigo's face that we really aren't blown away with the design. And that was a lot of money. Now I still sold those for quite a bit because the platform of a 3-piece wheel is valuable in itself and is worth quite a bit of money. It's not just the design, because you can swap change parts, do anything. You can swap them to earbuds if you want. But these wheels, brand new from work in Japan through JDM Customs, who I think is, I think they're Sydney based. But anyways, through them, these wheels brand new were $3,800. Now, you look at that and you think that that's crazy. You think that's super expensive. But if I was to go like all the other burnout cars and go Buds or go billet wheels or something, I guarantee you I would have been spending more, and these are so much more different. These will stand out so much more. And for my taste, for wanting to be different, they're absolutely perfect, and I freaking love them. Gotta stop saying freaking. All right, I'm probably gonna stop chatting your ear off now. I think that's enough for today at least. Next week, we actually get into the build. Now, a lot of this stuff is like a hurry up and wait type deal, which really hurts because you just wanna do everything at once. But then at the same time, you get lazy, you don't wanna do any of it. The good thing about being on YouTube and having a schedule to upload 3 videos a week, it really motivates me to get stuff done. So I'm hoping we can smash out a lot of this really quick. But that's gonna be it for today's video. Make sure if you wanna get the new merch, jump over onto the website right now and pre-order yours so that you're one of the first to get it. We did wanna try and keep the cost down as much as possible to pretty much get as many people wearing Picnic as possible. But the thing is we wanted to use AS color, which all of you guys probably know, tried and true, it's the best in the business. And that stuff isn't cheap. You pay for quality. And we are also getting probably the best screen printers in the country to do all the designs and everything. So it not only does it take time, but it looks amazing, it feels amazing. The softest, bestest, coolest merch out there, but that comes at a little bit of a price. So we did want to try and keep them down as much as possible, but I promise you, you are buying the best quality that you can possibly get. Alrighty guys, if you're new here and you do enjoy the videos and you want to see the build process on Clickbait, make sure that you subscribe, ring the notification bell. If you're also on Instagram, make sure you hit us up there. Here's the little handle thingamajiggy down here. Follow us on there. That's where we do all of the behind the scenes stuff, I guess, all the stuff that doesn't make it to YouTube. Alrighty guys, that's going to be it for today's video. I'll catch you in the next one, which will be Monday, 6 p.m. Be there or be square. Alrighty guys, peace.
I've been thugging, you bitching and bugging, there's nothing that we got in common. I've been out grinding and hustling, investing this paper, got tired of eating that ramen. All of my music be heat, I ain't missing a beat. I've been blessed with impeccable timing. Watch all them people who friendly, it turn into envy whenever they see that you shining. Okay, I'm